I joined like 30th of August, 8 days, Friday till today.
Mhm.
Come on, bro.
16, 17K day. Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I worked like 3 months for free. If I quit just like 2 weeks ago, I would have worked all that for free. You probably suck, but you think you're good. You need that mentor. Like, you need help. It's gonna pay off.
Let's get started. Tell me your story. How did everything go?
I started dropshipping like last December 1 year ago. Actually, like before that, I was more of like my skill set was kind of more tailored towards entrepreneur. Like I started making money online when I was 13. I was like doing some video editing for like Call of Duty back in the day, and people just loved it. They wanted to pay me, so I was like, all right. And then school, and they teach you to go to uni, and I didn't want to do that. Didn't know what I wanted to do. I went through like construction, sales, music, and all that. And I just warehousing. I hated it. Started dropshipping in December, bought a few courses, and I didn't even start testing until like 5 months later. I was too lazy. Like I was brought up with video games, so I couldn't work much. But it was about May that I decided to take it seriously. This was with Facebook ads. So I tested a few products, break even, and didn't really do much. July and August, I quit my job because I wasn't getting much skills out of it anyway, and I wanted a challenge. But I ended up couldn't finding a job for 2 months, and I saw your videos for like a while, and I wanted to join, but I just didn't have the money. So I finally got a job, and I joined like 30th of August with Facebook ads at first, and for a week and a half, like I tested the product, and then I hopped on a call with Jonathan, your brother. He was like, "Yo, why are you doing Facebook ads?" I was like, he was trying to convince me, bro, just do it.
He was on a mission when he saw organic, how crazy organic is. He was on this mission of converting people from Facebook to organic because he just because like in reality it is a superior strategy. It's literally better.
Yeah, it's like over 90% of people make it, and it was crazy. I was stubborn there, so I was like, nah, I'll make it work, and then I'll go to organic. So the whole week, like YouTube recommended me like your organic case studies, and I was like, bro, like what is this? Like what am I doing? And then yeah, I told Jonathan, I was like, man, you convinced me. So I started organic, and I went through the beginner stage. I got my first semi-viral video for 200K, and then I started testing like a few products. And yeah, the last 2 weeks I got a really, really good product, and like I'm making heaps, like way above what I expected.
Yeah, maybe you can share your screen. How are the numbers looking now?
Let's go from Saturday to Thursday, bro. It's like insane, bro. Like, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Dude, no way, bro. Not true. But I'm sorry, I had to do that. All right, let's go through. Okay, so 8 days, Friday till today.
Mhm.
Oh,
Bro,
come on, bro. Come on, bro.
is that a
What's happening?
16, 17K day?
Yeah, I've got an 18K day nearly. Like, super insane, bro. Super insane.
This is a week, right?
Yeah, that's just crazy, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Yeah, so like 50% is like at least profit. I'm not very good at profit tracking, but at least like 55 to 60. And like I did like all the calculations and that. Like I basically worked for free for like 12 weeks, and now I'm getting results. Like I refreshed the
The Shopify dashboard, just so people see
okay.
it's real. Perfect.
I was so close to quitting like 2 weeks ago. Jacob told me to like cut my products, and I didn't have any products ready. And then like 1 week later I found a product, and like after a week it took off, and I'm like so glad.
A couple of weeks ago, you literally wanted to quit.
Yeah, like I was doing warehousing, and like I got distracted with a bunch of things, and like I just lost my focus of organic. And I didn't have any products, so I was just doing product research, and it was just like I lost the flow. Like I nearly quit. I was like, what am I gonna do? Maybe I'll do like sales, because sales is kind of close to being like working on your own. But yeah.
Crazy how like one decision can change your entire life. Imagine in 5 years, you thinking back to the moment where you did quit or did not quit. You wouldn't even know what would have happened 2 weeks later.
Yeah, like it's insane. Like I worked like 3 months for free. If I quit just like 2 weeks ago, I would have worked all that for free. But like just in 1 week, like the whole 3 months is paid off. Like 30K USD, that's like nearly 1 year's salary in like Australia. That's like
Profit, yeah.
insane. That's yeah, yeah. Like it's 45K in my currency. And like I did the maths, like I worked like 4 hours a day consistently. And it's like if I spread that along the 4 hours over 12 weeks, that's $90 US an hour. That's like insane. Like,
And and keep in mind, this is 1 week. This is what the first good week because you had all this bad time where nothing was working, which is the setup. And later on, it should normalize that you're gonna make a shit ton of money. You know, like it should start to be normal. And then obviously the hourly rates will increase because the usual days will be way higher. There's a very big lesson in exactly what you just said. Working for free to make everything back inside of a short amount of time. And this is like everybody shows this from that moment, and that's why everything looks so crazy on YouTube. Like you could have just be here and you literally can say in the last week I have made 60K and I started 2 weeks ago. Like, you know, like people are portraying everything completely differently. Or even if you wouldn't say anything, it seems like the first week you did it, you instantly made 60K. But in reality, there's a huge lead up, like a 3 month lead up to actually get that to work. Before that, you already knew about dropshipping for another half a year, and you tested a bunch of different things to get to this moment. It's just important to understand that there is this lead up, and wherever like a person watching this right now is, they're either in the lead up or they already made it or they're about to quit. It's just three things. Like you're almost either you're gonna soon make it, you're gonna quit, or you already made it. There's no other options here.
yeah, that's just the game. Like with entrepreneurship, like TikTok organic is like the hardest things I've probably done. Not just the work isn't like insanely hard. Like it's hard enough, like because you suck at the start. But it's more like every day you have to show up. Like nobody's like no, there's no boss telling you like if you don't show up, like you lose your job. Like with work, like you would wake up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. easy, like, because if you don't go to work, you're going to lose your job. But, you know, with this, if you wake up at like 11 a.m., like nobody's going to care, you know, you lost nothing. That's probably like one of the hardest things, keeping yourself motivated. Like I found out for me, like having a reason why, like why are you doing this? You know, like what's like the vision? You kind of like imagine like a future where like if you did nothing, like what would it look like? You know, you'll be stressed out with finances, like all this mortgages, you can't pay off a house, and like when you see like people struggling with finances, and like I've seen a lot of that, like people I know, it makes you like, bro, like I don't want to go through that at all, like never. Even with like degrees and like high paying jobs, they're still like in like bondage and like stressed out. And I was like, man, I don't want that. Like, and so the future pain kind of like overcame my present pain of like change, you know, because change is hard.
People don't understand that they need to front load stress. And if you front load all the stress and you do something really difficult right now, your life overall is going to be much easier. Like actually thinking about it, a normal life is way more difficult than building a business in the beginning. Like in the beginning, building a business is super hard. It's actually genuinely difficult. The first couple of years, no matter even like for you right now, you're about to struggle much more with all the business stuff. You didn't make it yet. You just had one good week, right? So you're at the point where it's starting to seem good, but obviously there's still going to be tons of failure, a bunch of issues which you're going to face. All these issues combined are not even close to the struggles you would have without that. In real world, like for people in reality who don't live in this weird online business bubble, it's just a completely different world. Yeah, I think it's important to understand that. Like for you, you said you quit your job like instantly, right?
Yeah. Like I was gonna work 4 days this week, but like I had so many sales in, like so much customer service and all that, and refreshing the Shopify. Like I was like,
A lot of
like
to
I was
do.
doing the yeah. That's a question. Like it probably gets harder from here. What? So like, why do people fall off? Like, do people like quit drop shipping because like they're making enough? Like, how do I? What's practical ways to not get comfortable? Like, not take it easy.
That's the right question. Like getting comfortable is the main issue overall. And it is very easy because like the step-by-step guide to long-term success, not waiting until you have a down till you start being stressed again and to do shit again, you know? Because right now you have a good week, it doesn't mean at all that you're not supposed to test the next product. You need to scale either horizontally with this product or more product, whatever it is, you need to do more. And
Mm.
it's very, very tempting to just do less because now you already made it. And if you ask most people, how many products did you test? They're going to be like 25. And then I had one winner, the last one. And how much did you test after that? Well, one. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? You just start being complacent because you think you're this brand owner, you made it for life, and that's basically it. I think just having this reminder that no, I didn't make it. What you made right now, if you would stop now, it's like a bad yearly salary. Cool. Like congrats, you made a yearly salary, but it's not a good one.
Yeah.
So, and also next year you're broke if you don't keep making money. The question now is how do you actually do that? And there's a bunch of ways and a bunch of tricks. For me personally, I think what keeps me in check is having a bunch of employees because I feel responsible. Me by myself, it was very difficult. Like I struggled a lot with productivity and keeping up with like a long hours by myself after starting to make money. That was like a moment where I really did start to fall off, and it was dumb. But I understand that there are other circumstances which I can put into my life which are gonna start making me disciplined again. I would never ever do specific things if I'm with my little sister. Like I would never, for example, drive too fast or things like that. They keep me it keeps me in check, right? So the same thing comes with having employees. I have employees. I'm not really allowed to chill because I understand there's literally 20 lives which are depending on me. Yeah. Now, there's also a point where everything is actually automated, and then you can start chilling. But I think I'm at that point now. I'm trying to not chill, but let's see how that's gonna go again. Because now it's also really difficult for me. It so much is outsourced. I barely have to do anything in the day-to-day work. It's all automated. So it's pretty difficult. But I think just like for me, just having an office and just being there and actually showing up is much simpler because being in the office and seeing everybody around you works. I'm not going to be the bitch who's not working or leaving early or so
Yeah, like being a leader.
yeah.
Like it keeps you accountable. Yeah.
But you also have to see that in your own life, even without employees. I understand that I'm the only person, except for my brother, in my family who's going to make extreme amounts of money. I understand that my parents are not going to, from their job, make a lot of money. My grandparents, like they're not going to make a lot of money. However, I understand that in the financial space, I have to be the leader in the family. That was also a driver long term. I remember how I had this pivotal moment after making like I think it was 15, 20K consistent profit every single month. I always thought it's going to be enough, and it wasn't. Because obviously, like I'm saying after taxes. So like around 40K profit I was making, which was like 20K net. I was 100% sure that you don't need more. It's like, why? But I was wrong because it's not only me. I was thinking very like egocentric and about like I cannot spend more for a good life. But in reality, I can because I have a bunch of family. For you, obviously you said like this like fear of having pain in the future and not like making it work with a normal job was the driving factor. How is it now to quit it right away?
How's it feel to quit?
How was it? Yeah.
I mean, it was good. Like it felt like a dream, you know. You see people on YouTube like 10K a month, like you can make it in like 1 month or something, you know, like but like I did like 3 times that in like a week and now I'm quitting my job. There's no point going to a job like it'll take me like a year of working that job to get to this. Like and I'm like, bro, there's no point. I can't go back. Like I'm sorry, you know, like resign right away. Like come on. You
No,
know.
it's actually very difficult to go back. Did you tell like your family and friends that you quit the job and you started making money with this or no?
Um I've told my dad and my brother, and they were super supportive. And because my dad's trying to make money online as well, but I haven't told my mom yet. Maybe I'll try and keep it hidden a tiny bit longer. But yeah, like they're all like super supportive.
Were they shocked about those numbers? Like, did you talk about the numbers themselves?
I told my dad like this morning, like 45K profit. I already told him like the first day, like I made like 7.5, and he was like, no way, you know. And then now he's like kind of like, oh, you know, I expected it. Like they're super happy and they're super supportive. Like even when I was doing it, like I was doing it every day, and they're still like, you know, keep going. Like once you get good at the skill, then it pays off. You know, like if you just continue doing it. it's gonna pay off. Like I nearly didn't choose this product as well because I found it on TikTok and I put it in the products research list and Jacob didn't pick it. And I was like, good thing like I followed up with him. I was like, yo, this is a good product. Like eventually like he was like, yeah, you can give it a try.
think it's very
Like and
important
I was like,
because like your product is also good for you. It's not good for most people.
yes.
So like you like it's this is something where we need to always be transparent about the skills you have and the options you have because your product does have like a pretty high barrier to entry. However, for you, which it's there's no barrier to entry, right? And
Yeah.
it makes sense that you didn't pick it until you tell them about the thing.
I mean, it's all right. Like, I'll forgive him, but um, but like, yeah, I'm just like glad I made it. Like, and he's been super helpful, and like all the guys, like Pepe and that and Tobias,
How was the experience with the program itself? Like, what was the most like how was it everything for you?
it's super good. Like, I've been in like two other mentorship programs, and they were okay, but like maybe a bit of like contradictions among the mentors. But like here, there's results here, like all the time, and like you know, it's weekly calls. You can text them like every day, like ask them all the questions you need to. They'll just show you like where to go. Like obviously you have to put in the work, but they just guide you. Like and I think of it like success is like 70% your effort and then 30% someone guiding you in the right path. Yeah, like that's just what it is like for me. And I'm super grateful like for you and like the program and all the guys. They're all super supportive.
Why did you get started with me initially? Like, what was the reason for you?
You were like straight to the point, which I think most people like nowadays. Like YouTube is full of fake information and
Yeah.
like common knowledge. Basically, you got to the point. I guess I think someone said it like you're kind of like the Andrew Tate of YouTube might censor it, of dropshipping. So like you're just like bold and straight to the point. Like you don't care about hurting people's feelings. And I was like, bro, like if I want to succeed, like I need someone to tell me like you're trash. Like just do this, do that. You know, tell me all the bad. Wise advice in general, like through many counselors you succeed. Like proverbs. It's like a huge thing in every area of life. Like you have to have a mentor to succeed in anything. Otherwise, you'll like have a learning curve of like 2 years, 3 years.
Like the direct approach is the only one which actually does work because if I'm seeing a lot of people who are sugarcoating everything and it's very difficult to deal with that because I never know what they actually think and it's very like for me it's even difficult to trust people who are not upfront with me because I truly don't know what they're thinking in reality, how passive aggressive they are and what's going on in their head. And life just gets easier if you just say what you generally think. And not only in coaching, it's general, like it's important overall because whenever you're passive aggressive with anybody it leads to the problem getting bigger. Like you not saying the thing which is bad is making everything way worse always because they don't know what the issue is, they cannot address it, they cannot make it better. They're gonna the only thing they think is everything is fine and then what you're doing is you have like weird passive aggressive behavior and then everything just goes to shit. So I think it's super important.
It's super tempting. Like when you have all this knowledge and experience, like it's super tempting not to share it because you don't want competition. There's so many people. Like even for me, like I found it a bit hard to like share stuff I learned because like I don't want competition. You know, that's just the natural thing. But yeah, it's transparent in here. Like that's why people get results. You know,
Besides this moment a couple of weeks ago, did you ever also feel like quitting except for that?
I think probably like nearly every week. Like, like to be honest, like it's just like you do all the stuff. Like sometimes you're doing good content, like, and you're trying to do volume, but it's just like not hitting, and you're like, is it working? But it comes back to like, you know, why are you doing it, and like how desperate are you to make it work? You know, with like jobs, I went through heaps of jobs, and I was like, I didn't want to do any of them, and I was like the whole 2 months I was searching for jobs. I was like spending a few hours putting in resumes and I was like, bro, it sucked. Like it was terrible. And I was like, dude, I don't want to put in another resume again. Like, like that's just like terrible. Now that I've made it, it's cool, but like I know it's probably gonna get a lot harder from here, probably harder than before. But like I'm not sure like what kind of problems are gonna come up now.
The first one is you didn't make it and you shouldn't spend your money.
Oh,
That's
you're right.
that's
Yeah, you're right.
Like it's very important to keep that in mind. For the money you made, what was the initial plan? You like, what do you want to do with it?
To be honest, we'll buy a car, not too expensive, probably like a few K. Like,
Keep it
I'm
less
not
than
gonna spend much. Yeah, like around five, probably
yeah.
to be honest.
Mhm.
Um, and I'll probably just like save up to be honest. Like the long term is probably like outsource stuff and like have enough money to be comfortable doing that. But I'm not sure like how far away I'm from that point as well. When I can start outsourcing like customer service or like product research and stuff like that.
Customer service, you can start right away. I can say the content, like the contact right now. Product research, you probably can as well. The priority is just keeping up with the hours, especially if you have quit the job now, you should be able to work much more than earlier.
So I was working for us like yeah, not
Yeah.
8 hours.
How many videos have you posted?
230 range,
Mhm.
like around that point. Yeah, I remember I was on a like group call a few weeks ago, and it was like, as I told you, like I was like, when is it gonna work, like, and you're just like, it's just that's just how it is. That's the barrier to entry, and
Ah, wait,
like yeah, that's
were we talking about that? Like when you wanted to quit, did we talk about it in the call? Did you basically ask about the like you should you quit or not? Like when you wanted it, like a couple of weeks ago?
I was like I was gonna still do it, but like I was a bit, I guess, discouraged. Like I was posting every day and like being consistent, and I wasn't making it. But like it turns out, like and finding a good product as well like helps a lot. You just told me like that's just the way that it's like there's a high barrier to entry. Like you're gonna post hundreds of videos before you make it. And like once you make it, well, not make it because I haven't made it, as you said, but like get your first sales, then it goes up from there.
You're gonna see it from now. The main thing which changed now is you're all in. You understand there's no job you can do from now on. Literally for the rest of your life, there's nothing which is going to be able to pay you as much as you understand is possible now. I see that mindset shift all the time with everybody who makes it because it's one thing like for the viewer right now, it's cool to see this case study and it is motivating and I'm sure it also motivated you. But there's no comparison to actually making a bunch of money, right? Like it's totally different.
Yeah, it's a different experience. Like once you make it, like you see it like as like a dream. Like, oh, if only I made it. Like once you're there, like it's just only the beginning. And like there's still a long way to go.
Did you watch these case studies?
Yeah, like I was watching every case study. Like it was super motivating. Like when you're discouraged and that, like people are making it, like, and they're in the same group Zoom calls and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just super motivating.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing that you like when you're in the program, you're in the call with the guy who hasn't made money, and then you're in the call with the same guy making money now. And I'm sure a bunch of people listened to you when you were asking questions like 2 weeks ago, and then like 2 days ago when we had our group call, and people like you were talking about the success. Then it's obvious like this is all the same case studies and group call it's the same people you understand it can like this is real 100%. I saw this guy not making it work, not making it work, struggle, and then making it work. And I've seen this process. I've witnessed this because I've seen the guys in the group calls.
It's a part of accountability. I think like Zoom calls as well, like waking up, it kind of like it just motivates you by being there. Like everyone's putting in the work and it kind of motivates you. Even in like psychology, like there's studies like people who had like an illness that requires like a sudden life change to like survive, like or they die.
Mhm.
Like if they have no accountability, 90% of them did nothing and all died. But if they had like weekly like meetings with people who they can like talk with stuff with, all their problems and that, they saw like over 90% of people did a sudden life change and saved their life. But it's like without accountability, like you're just gonna die. Like you're gonna die. Like you're gonna stay in your job. Like you're gonna just stay the way that you are.
Yeah.
So it's super important.
Within the program itself, what helped you the most in terms of like the content, the products, etc.?
The one-on-one calls were good, like reviewing videos. But yeah, finding good products was helpful. Definitely a key. If I chose the products, like I would have wasted so much time as well. And it's asking questions like, what is a good product? Is this a good content idea? What should I do? Should I keep replicating this? And like this, like the small details is what kind of gets you viral. Not like the really huge obvious ones. Like there's controversy, but sometimes it's just like the little things that you can't see at all. And that's why you really need someone to look over.
You just don't know what you don't know. And I'm sure the first video you filmed, you thought it's pretty good because you filmed it and that's how you did it, right? So every time you do something, you think that's good, that's the best I did, like it looks amazing. But in
Yeah.
reality, you just don't see what the issue is. It's not that it's good
Yeah.
or bad, it's just that you
Like,
you cannot even identify.
even this product now, like the first few days of doing it, like I thought the videos were good, but like now look, even like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, bro, that was trash. Like you just gotta like be determined, like every day, like what can I prove? Like every single day, something. Like for me, like it was the lighting, like that was a huge thing. It just makes the quality better. And like and the pacing as well, but it makes a huge thing. Like not just making videos just for the sake of it to meet the 4 hours a day, the 4 videos, but like really putting in the effort, like thinking, well, how can I make this different, like better than my previous video?
What were your goals in the beginning and how did they change now?
My first month, my goal was to get viral. I didn't get viral. It was the second month. And then like I said in December, I would get like 10K profit. And yeah, that actually happened. Like I forgot I wrote down my goals. Like to be honest, goals doesn't really motivate me at all. Like especially if it's too far in the future, like it doesn't really motivate you. Like I just find that for me. I guess it's I kind of like I have a higher standard now that I've kind of made a lot of money in a week. Maybe my standard's going to be too high now, but yeah,
What would you generally recommend to a beginner starting out?
get a mentor. That's like the rest of your 30% of success. Like if you're putting in the effort, you need that mentor because otherwise you'll be learning for like over a year at least. If you want to put in the effort for a year, like and waste 1 year, like that's fine, cool with you. But part of it is just humbling yourself, like realizing that, you don't know it all. Like you need help. You really need help, like badly. Like you probably suck, but you think you're good. That's just the way it is. Having the right expectation is huge as well. Like as you've been saying, not focusing on making money the first few months, but focusing on just developing the skill and then worry about the money later. Like that was huge as well. Like even when you're not making it in the progress in the program, like you'll just focus like I'm just building a skill. It's not bad. Like I'm spending a bit of time, but my time's not worth much anyway. So yeah, all those things in mentor, accountability, and yeah,
It's just expectations in the end of the day, because like people going to university, they're not expecting to make money in the university, right? But here it's basically the same thing. We teach something and they teach something, but people are expecting while they learn already making money. That's not how it really works. You
mm,
make money after you learn the skill. You don't make money while learning the skill. So of course you can make like get lucky here and there, but before you're good, you're not going to make any money. It's very obvious.
it's super good because like university is like 3 years, not guaranteed a job or like a good income. But with this, like you can succeed and like get starting progress in like a few months. Depends how much work you want to put in, but it's so much better than uni.
The foundation itself is very different, because what you're saying with like 70% is you and 30% is a mentor. I kind of agree and also disagree, because you can put in 70% in the wrong thing and nothing is going to work. Because
Yeah.
imagine the same time effort you put into university or into Facebook ads or whatever it is, there's like a million different options which you could have put it in. And obviously you need to either decide, and that decision is pretty difficult without having a person who is a little bit further down along the journey, or you have that, So I think the big part is just like guiding you in the right direction within, because you can actually do a lot and not succeed because you're sitting in the wrong boat. It's like it happens very often, and there's tons of business models which suck, like they actually
Mm.
do suck. They're bad. There are people who succeed, but there's so many other factors involved. So the direction itself, it is the foundation, and you can put in 100%. It's still not going to work without that.
Yeah, like that's what I was including with mentors. But like yeah, like it's all like it has to be all together. Like the right strategy,
Yeah.
like where you're going in the right direction and like your effort as well. It's not about like working hard necessarily, it's like working like the right way. Because people work hard in like other countries, like Africa and that, like but they only make like
Right.
$2 like for a day. But like it's just about the different opportunities. Like you could do like Amazon, FBA, or like affiliate marketing, but it's like, what is the best opportunity and what are you going to stick to and do it until it works?
From what I'm seeing from all the business models overall, and I'm not just saying it just to say it because I'm selling something, it is organic, like honestly, because I've seen so many different paths which you can take. If you're starting out and you have a phone and you are able to film with it, and you have more than 3-4 hours a day, this is the way to go. There's nothing better. And obviously, when you're in that, like, there's a bunch of people watching already in the bubble, already testing things, or already knowing that they want to do organic. For those people, it's also still very difficult to understand what to do exactly, because you can post 10,000 videos. If they all are going to have one small mistake, which you never will notice because you don't know it's even a mistake, it's not going to improve. So improvement only comes from feedback loops, which you need external. And this is literally the main part of the program. If you're watching right now and you're interested in joining, you can click the link below, sign up for a call, and we'll see if it's a good. I'm excited for your success, and also looking forward to maybe doing another case study soon, and
Yeah.
seeing how things progress. But yeah, do you have any other questions for now?
What kind of effort are the people making, say, like 100K a month profit? Like, how much work are they putting in?
It really depends, but like in the beginning, without employees, 8 to 10 hours for sure. Obviously, like hours don't mean anything, outputs.
Yeah,
Depends on how good the output is you're doing and how much output you're doing.
yeah, I guess that's it, probably.